7 critical thinking maxims for the rest of us. As we all live through the COVID-19 pandemic, we are getting bombarded by misinformation on miracle cures, 5G scares, shopping panics, and the nature of the virus itself. Nearly every day, it's something different. We've never needed critical thinking skills as much as we do right now. But what are critical thinking skills, and what makes a good critical thinker? Do you need to be a scientist or have a PhD or be an expert in your field? No. You just need to develop some simple habits. Now, a few simple maxims to help you improve your critical thinking skills. Number 1, accept you are not so smart. So you've come up with a radical notion or an idea. That's healthy, that's creativity, that's the way our brains work. But translating that idea into an established fact is hard work, and more often than not, your notion might be utterly and completely wrong. Uncritical thinkers often lack this degree of necessary introspection. They can often be cocksure confident that their ideas are always absolutely right. Be on the alert for absolute certainty. It's an indication that it's all style and no substance. Number 2, seek expertise. Establishing new knowledge is difficult at the best of times. This is the realm of science and expertise. It often requires dedicated experiments, careful research, and an ability to take and accept hard criticism. People can dedicate their careers to understanding something and establishing it as a fact. That's how PhDs are earned. Sometimes they make progress, and sometimes they don't. Uncritical thinkers bypass scholarship and often try to malign it, usually by alleging conspiracy or corruption. However, they often know very little themselves about how new knowledge can be established. They are often clueless about the processes of research. Critical thinkers listen to what the experts have to say and will seek out expertise where possible. Number 3, look out for red flags. Certain arguments made by non-critical thinkers sound plausible, but they are not. Critical thinkers need to be constantly on the alert for poor arguments, also known as logical fallacies. We need to have a good red flag detector. Here are a few examples. Alleging that it's all the fault of some secret cabal or big pharma or shadowy forces in government. Things are rarely so well organised. Think incompetence before jumping to master plan. Blaming an effect on something that happened before it, such as people getting sick because they got a vaccine or had 5G installed. Correlation does not mean causation. Attacking an argument because of something a person was alleged to have done in the past or people they are associated with, or attacking their character. Exaggerating a phenomenon, factor or cure. Claiming that a bleach product cures all known illnesses or that fluoride is poisoning millions. If it's too good or too bad to be true, it probably isn't true. There are lots more. Being on the lookout for red flags in arguments is an important skill. Number 4, be wary of new information. New information spreads around not necessarily because it is true, but because it elicits a strong emotional reaction in people. If you don't allow yourself to pause and question the source, you can easily spread wrong information yourself. It works both ways, both for information you disagree with and agree with. Uncritical thinkers will often spread new information without ever questioning its source. All too often they react to the headline without even reading the story behind it. Look for the other side and what other sources are saying before you hit the share or retweet button. Number 5, be wary of anecdotes. We are all swayed by human stories and emotional appeals. Emotion and storytelling are the core tools of human persuasion, but for a critical thinker we must be on the alert to their manipulative potential. Uncritical thinkers will use stories for all they are worth, because that's all they have. Emotional stories can be just as effective with poor arguments as they are with good ones. They are not evidence in themselves. Critical thinkers must recognise emotional appeals when they see it. Ask yourself, where is the evidence? Number 6, stay curious. Being a critical thinker doesn't mean that you need to be negative about everything and anything you see. Critical thinkers place a premium on learning about the world and discovering the truth about all the things around us. Give yourself space to learn about the world, to discover new stories and to widen your perspectives. There are plenty of books, courses, podcasts and videos around that can help you expand your knowledge and learn more about what there is to know. Learning, education and honest discovery is the best vaccine there is against uncritical thinking. Number 7, don't be a dick. Behind every uncritical thinker is a person with similar needs and emotions as you. Rushing in to tell them they are wrong and stupid is not going to win you any friends or favours, and it's not going to change their minds. Take the chance to listen, to agree on common values, and to respectfully challenge where there is a disagreement. Remember, the point here is not to win, but to be listened to and appreciated. Allow them space to challenge their own viewpoints. To recap, these are 7 critical thinking maxims for those of us who are not scientists or experts and who just want to be better at discriminating between good information and misinformation. Accept you are not so smart. Seek expertise. Look out for red flags. Be wary of new information. Be wary of anecdotes. Stay curious. And don't be a dick. Critical thinking is vitally important right now. We can be better critical thinkers. We need to be better critical thinkers.